Stay tuned for the fact check. It's where the party's at.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, it's the anniversary. This is too much stuff is happening today.
No, it's for our anniversary.
Oh, this is for our anniversary.
Well, it's like one of those, you make it work.
Happy crossover.
Yeah.
Happy accident. But we are going to be joined live. I feel like we're doing a telecast, like we're going to talk to someone on a mountain reporting on a snowstorm. Wyna Liu is going to be joining us.
The creator of Connections, our favorite game.
She's a cross-puzzler.
Oh,
she does it all.
She does it
And
all.
we're going to find out, as you guys know, we have a theory that perhaps she winked at us.
You have a theory.
I have a theory. I'll stand by it. And then I will I will not share the glory if I'm right. Because you'll have been on the other side of the fence. Okay.
That's fair.
Okay. I was excited to share the glory.
Oh, no, no. We're on opposite sides of the spectrum
Of the
here.
debate.
We're going to find out.
Okay, great.
But also we're just so excited to talk to her.
Yeah,
on
find
our
out
anniversary.
how does she do this? Happy anniversary. Let's talk to Wyna.
Okay.
Here comes Wyna.
I'm nervous.
Me too.
Hello?
Oh,
Hi.
can you hear us?
Hi. Yeah. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Oh my God. And it's Wyna, right? Not Wyna. We messed that up.
It's Wyna.
We messed that up a lot. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
No, not at all. You want to see
Oh, there's a puppy.
this is Polo.
Polo.
Oh, does Polo help you write your puzzles?
Polo's my muse. Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God, I'm starstruck.
I am too.
Oh my
I am
God.
too. I feel like we've crossed, we've entered a different dimension. Like Wyna exists in another dimension where the New York Times exists.
Yes.
But now we're here in the same dimension-ish.
It's our 8-year anniversary, so we're really happy to have you.
And it's also your 1,000th. You just had your 1,000th episode, right?
We
Yes.
did.
Congratulations.
We're bordering on too self-congratulatory because we had 1,000 and now we have 8.
I
And so
know.
we'll just let everyone know. We're going to cap it at celebrating after today.
Well, it's not our fault. There's just so many good things happening. So many milestones.
So, Wyna, would I be right to assume you're living in New York?
Yes, that's right.
And how long have you lived there?
I was actually grew up here,
Really? What part of town?
always on the east side of Manhattan. So I grew up on like 23rd and 2nd and just kind of moved around.
And what did mom and dad do?
My parents are in the radio business. They're in mostly Chinese radio.
Chinese radio.
That's cool. The original podcast.
Yeah. Can they get us big in China? I feel like that would really move the needle.
It would.
Yeah.
I think the stations are here, so no.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, can you get us
Unfortunately.
big in New York? Because that would also be good.
Yeah. Well, I think she's trying.
Oh.
Okay, now, of course, I want to find out how you've come to be a puzzle creator.
Yes.
And then, of course, we have a billion-dollar question at the end. But yeah, what is the route one takes to where you're at? And also explain all your duties as a puzzler.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's sort of a niche job, being a puzzle editor. And I think I came into it through crosswords. So I joined the Times in 2020 as a crossword editor, which is something that I still do. And so all of the puzzle editors at the Times, in addition to like managing their own games and projects, also we all work on editing the big crossword together.
Yes.
And so it's a very small sort of sweet community of just puzzle enthusiasts and crossword enthusiasts. And so like everyone kind of knows everyone and everyone kind of like a fan of everyone's work. And so I think that when you start submitting your puzzles to different venues, then you get a sense of like the puzzles that people make and the clues they write and things like that. And so I feel like that played a big part of it, because being a puzzle editor, a lot of it is just like writing clues. And so, I feel like the puzzles you make are like your resume. So I feel like that really helped.
Yeah, and do you think that, are you like a sommelier where you can look at a crossword puzzle in any random newspaper in America and have a pretty good sense of who wrote it? Like, can you identify the authors through their different patterns?
I would say that there's definitely some styles. Yeah, I don't know if I would be like exceptionally good at it, but I bet that there are people who would, and they're definitely like constructors with like their own flair. And I feel like their work is,
I feel like you have a real fingerprint, because I was doing, I think maybe minis. You sometimes do minis, right?
occasionally. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was doing a mini and I was like, I wonder
You
if
thought it
Wyna
was-
did this, and then I went and you had.
Wow.
Can you remember the giveaways?
We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, but I think you're like, it's like fun. It's cheeky.
Okay, cheeky's her brand.
Whimsical.
Enchanted?
Enchanted, yeah. Enchanted's the word. But I did. I
Nicest
could tell.
things anyone's ever said to me. Thank you.
But Wyna, what did you major in? Art? You majored in art?
Yeah.
From where?
From Oberlin College.
Okay.
So it was, my mom was always like, my mom, who I'm very close with and who's an amazing, lovely person, was always just like, you're not going to be an artist. Let's get real. And so I feel like it was, and she was right. But I feel like the art thing was always, it's always been like an interest of mine.
How did you start making your own I assume you started making your own crossword puzzles for your own amusement.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do you submit them to the New York Times? Like, how does one gain employment in this field?
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. You just kind of realize. So for me, I started going to crossword tournaments, and that's where you meet like other crossword freaks.
Yeah.
And it's just really fun. And what becomes kind of intimidating, it's like even the idea of going to a crossword tournament, it's like, oh, I'm not that good of a solver. I'm not smart enough. I'm not fast enough, whatever. And it's like, do you think it's fun to sit in a room for 2 days solving puzzles? If you do, then you belong. Like this is, then you're like no one actually cares how like good you are at solving puzzles. And so it's just a lot of like-minded people who love puzzles getting together. And that's where you kind of meet, the sort of like luminaries in the field. And you're like, oh my God, I love their work. I love their work. And then you realize just because everyone's like so sweet that it's like, oh, it's just normal people that make these puzzles. And like, I am normal it's like you're like, maybe it occurs to you that maybe it could be you.
Well, right.
So
and you've already said a couple adjectives, but if you had to say there was some through line of the puzzlers, do you think there is a personality type?
It's interesting because it's not like a full-time thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's cool that people come from all sorts of different backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
But there are like a lot of like computer science people. There are a lot of musicians.
Okay.
And I feel like there is a certain like maybe brain that like also overlaps like puzzle, word play, things like that. And maybe something computational as well.
It is your full-time job though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phew.
How are you calibrating, as people may or may not know, but the New York Times crossword puzzle gets increasingly hard throughout the week. And I'm wondering how you know what level Thursday is versus, like, it's sitting down to do Tuesday versus Saturday. What's the criteria that makes it harder?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think that Monday through Thursday and also Sunday are the themed puzzles. And so the nature of the theme will actually tell you a lot about the day of the week that it'll be the most appropriate for. So like Thursday is the day that's like the most known for like tricks. So if you have like a rebus, right, which is when like, more than one letter is in that box, or when you have like something funny, like the words are turning directions or going backwards or flipping or something like weird is happening, then that's going to like almost always run on a Thursday. And if it's like a more, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just good
she was just
info.
oohing and awing. Yeah.
I'm amazed.
But like there are other themes that are like a little bit more straightforward, and those might be good for an early week. And also there's stuff about the grid. This is a little like interrupting. This is like too weedsy or whatever.
No, I love it.
Get esoteric.
There's like on an early week puzzle, they're actually really hard to make because you have to make the grid super clean, which means when you're constructing the grid, you might want to like include all these like fun entries, but then you might get like these weird little like 4-letter words that no one knows that are kind of obscure. And like those don't really fly on like a Monday or Tuesday. You really want that vocabulary to be super familiar and not sort of like crossword insidery.
And when you're in your like creative mode where you're coming up with, are you prone to think of like a great clue for a great word? You're eating breakfast and do you have like a notes section in your phone where you're going to like, oh, this is a word I want to use? Or do you more visualize the full grid and how it's going to work together?
Ideally, it's sort of changed for me. And I think that you're identifying a really smart, like what a really smart person would do, which is like, sometimes if you think of like a really amazing like clue answer combo, you write it down, then you can build your puzzle around it.
Yeah.
I think that for a long time when I started making puzzles, especially, I would kind of just make a grid with the most fun words that I could. And then I would clue it.
Reverse engineer it.
Right. Yeah. And then sometimes you don't actually want to do that because sometimes you can't write quite the clue that you thought you could. Like, it might be a fun answer, but like, it's really the clue answer combo that makes it a good puzzle. So I think that you're thinking about it in a more kind of holistic way, which I believe is kind of the ideal way.
How are you handling your new fame? Like, also because people have a lot of ire towards you because they can't, if the puzzle's too hard, or you do the one with the pictures and then people are mad and then they're sending you bad vibes. I admit I've once sent a few bad vibes that are bad.
Yeah, we were on a connections chain, and sometimes, she would be like, that bitch, Wyna.
I know, but I didn't mean it for real.
Yeah.
But I was mad.
If she couldn't solve it, it was your fault, not hers. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
I take responsibility and I welcome the bad vibes. I think, I think that's fair. I think it's great. I think it's really fun, even when people are mad. It's like, I love being mad at stuff, so I get it. I think I'm in like a very lucky position where the thing that like making games is something that like we love doing. It's like, it's so fun to do and people love solving them, but it's super low stakes. There's like zero stakes, but high passion. Yes. So it like doesn't really matter, as opposed to like other jobs, like, like the journalists or whatever, or like news. It's like extremely high stakes and extremely high passion, Yeah,
when you screw up, there's lawsuits. I doubt you've ever been sued over the crossword puzzle.
Yet.
Yeah. Okay, now let's move to connections. How did you think of that concept? Who thought of the concept?
I did not think of connections. Connections was pitched internally by some of my amazing colleagues. Basically, what happened was like in 2021, the Times acquired Wordle, and then there was like this pivot towards new games, and so like they brought on this like amazing new games team, and then they created these sort of like pipelines for pitching and developing new games and like a greenlight process and all that. And so Connections was pitched and like developed internally. And then when it got to the stage where they wanted to like release a 60-day public beta trial, they needed an editor to write those 60 boards. And so at the time, I was the only editor that like didn't have a game. And they were like, Wyna, do you want to try writing this game? And I was like, yeah, that sounds amazing. So I was assigned Connections after it had already been like developed and stuff. So I got really, really lucky.
Okay, I think of sometimes how daunting your job is. I compare it to back when I was in this sketch comedy theater, and we had a new show every single Sunday, and there had to be 25 sketches in it. And it's just like it never ended, and you kind of run out of inspiration. And anyone that was around me in that period, I would be at lunch and someone would put a napkin down weird on the table as a waiter, and I'd be like, oh, there's a sketch. What if the person always puts things down? So are you kind of crazy? Are you like, to be around you, are you like looking around you constantly trying to feed that inferno of like what? Yeah. Like, what's your process for it?
Extremely relatable what we said about the napkin. I'm taking notes now. It's like napkin funny. So look out for that. No, I feel like, it's, in the beginning, I feel like people are like, oh, is it kind of like ideas kind of come to you? And maybe in the beginning a little bit, but not for a while. I feel like after, it's been like a couple years, and I feel like
you couldn't rely on, to be inspired from the clouds and do 7 puzzles a week. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah. So it is a little bit more of a grind. So it's like you sit down, you go, I'm going to just look at some words, I'm going to Google a list of flowers, or like a list of parts of a ship, or like, I don't know, how about some fish or whatever, and then you like look at words, or sometimes, you have a seed of an idea. There's like, I was thinking about the other day, it was like, there's a lot of free associating. So I was thinking of like computer stuff, and there was like, storage drives. So there's like thumb drive, a zip drive, a flash drive. I was like, oh, like those words like are like kind of interesting. Thumb, zip, flash together. And so I kind of like, I work in a spreadsheet. So like as like a digital sketchpad, so I can kind of click and drag words around. Ooh. And so I was like trying to make a category of that. But then I was like, oh, like thumb drive and zip and like flash drive are sort of the same thing. So maybe it's better as like a fake category, and you kind of click them around and you try to see if there are other...
The fake categories really piss me off.
Well, that's the fun of the game.
God, you get me. Sometimes you really get me.
Yeah. Congrats. The times I've been mad at you, to be honest, have been solely when we got obsessed with solving the
Yes.
the
Purple
The
first.
colors.
Yes, we had to go purple, blue, green,
green,
yellow. That was like, that's how you get an A on it in our thread.
Yeah.
And so often I'd be like, well, definitely that's the hardest.
Yeah.
And I would do it and it would be fucking green. I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
This purple's way easier than this green. Those are the times I've been upset. How are you delineating what's harder in your mind? I guess it's just you're arbitrarily, it's
Wait,
whatever
can
you
I
think.
guess something?
Okay,
I want to guess.
yeah.
Yes, please.
I feel like the purple is almost always a word play.
That's exactly what I would say.
Okay.
Yes, that's exactly right.
It is. There's always
like a
they're
fun
joined
word
by a word that we're missing, or there's
or a letter's missing off of a word or something. It's always wordplay. Purple's my favorite.
purple is, but then sometimes purple isn't always that though, right? Purple's not always wordplay.
There's not always a wordplay category in the board, and sometimes if there's like do you want to hear my like very loose rubric for like assigning colors? Okay.
Yes.
So Monica, you're exactly right with the purple. If there's like wordplay, which I guess I'm defining as like the group of 4 words, the category is not based on the meaning of those 4 words. So maybe those are all words that like, go with another word. So like the fill in the blank categories, right? Like blank tape, right? All the words that go with tape, those words don't have anything to do with each other, but that's wordplay. Or like, the change a letter, the homophones, or, things like that. So that'll like basically always be purple. Blue is for, if there's like trivia, so if it's like kind of more like know it or you don't, if it's a reference to like
movies,
maybe like
you'll
a
do like
specific movie.
Yeah, actor's been in all 4 of these movies.
Exactly. That'll like be blue. And then red and green is a little bit more, maybe a little bit more ambiguous.
Yeah.
A little bit more of a toss-up.
A little more subjective, yeah.
Like it's extremely subjective. And I feel like the way I do it is if I see a word that like is pretty unambiguous in terms of its part of speech, or like it like kind of squarely, like it like identifies the category. If it's like ambiguously like a definition of something and it can't really mean other stuff, whatever that category is might be yellow. And the green one might be like a group of synonyms or something that's a little harder to see. Maybe their part of speech is more ambiguous. There's like the words have multiple meanings, stuff like that.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
But it's a very vibes based. So it's understandably kind of, I think it's subjective. Yeah.
And what is harder for you to create, connections or the crosswords? Like, are you wearing golden handcuffs with this? You got to sign this. It's like, it's a hit. You've cracked it. You're known for it. And you're like, wait, though, I'd rather be doing crosswords with my time.
No, I actually, Connections has like this kind of like free association, like structural like freedom. Like you can kind of take liberties with like the like thinking. It's like fun to think about all the different things a category could be.
Yeah.
So there's a flexibility in it that I think is like really lovely. Whereas like crosswords are in some ways like at least grid making. It's quite formal. Like it's like hard to like make a good grid and to like not have too many crappy words and things like that. So I kind of appreciate the looseness of Connections.
Do you get a bang out of thinking of like how many people play the game? I would.
I think it's really. I mean, I think it's very cool. I feel very fortunate that like something I really love doing is something that people like playing.
Now, given the pace of how it comes out, how can you take a vacation? How are you getting time off? Can you do multiple in a day and build a little war chest as we do?
Right now, yeah. We're like about like 4 weeks ahead. So the boards that like I'll write this week will run in about a month. So there's a little bit of a buffer, but I think it's hard to get like if I'm going to be gone for a week, it's hard to get like a week ahead. So it's just I don't mind kind of working when I'm
I have an idea. I have an idea for a purple based on napkin.
Okay.
Oh, great.
You got a pitch is what you got. Yeah.
Because you said napkin earlier.
Yes.
And I've been thinking that a good purple would be like napkin and then some like Fairchild, something son. Like the end of the word is family, child, son. Probably not daughter. That seems hard. But you need a fourth. If that shows up,
oh, you'll spray. Okay, I'm going to get to my $1 million question. And I guess at first I would ask, have you listened to Armchair Expert?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, that's
That's
so
a great start. It's a great
flattering.
start. Okay. Now, I'm sure it got to you, but I was very suspicious, as were the armchairies, that you were winking to us.
I want you to be honest, though. I really want you to be honest.
Yes. With Armchair and Expert being in the same thing the day after the Golden Globes. And I'm wondering if it was a wink or not.
I can confirm that this was definitely intentional. It was a wink.
That is so, wow.
I know, that's better than a Golden Globe. I'd rather have that than us having won the Golden Globe.
Yes, which we had lost the day before, so it was a really big moment. But I was too. I couldn't receive it.
Your self-esteem was too low to even consider that
I was
had
like,
happened.
look, it's also a phrase that doesn't mean us.
Yeah.
But it did.
Next time I'll put Dax and Monica in it. So, it'll be like Star Trek characters and like Santa blank or something. Yeah.
Or you could be using Axe from Dax. And I don't know what we're doing.
Monica's tricky.
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
There you go. Friends characters. Maybe.
Oh my God. Oh, Wyna, this really made my whole year.
I'm so grateful because if you had said no, then that would have immediately confirmed I was a narcissistic megalomaniac.
Which is my
And now
worry.
I'm just observant. That was like the stakes were very high for your answer for me.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's so kind.
So I guess my curiosity is, you're still doing a ton of art, right? You're still a very active artist.
Mm.
And so are you at the pinnacle of puzzling? I'd imagine it would be New York Times. So like, are you at the place you set out to be? And then what do you desire next?
I feel really happy about the sort of being able to like make this game and be able to like work with these people and we were able to work at the Times and stuff. It's really amazing. And in terms of like, I just like want to keep making stuff. I've always just loved, kind of just like taking classes or, just tinkering with different like tools and different mediums. And so
you're such a catch. Whoever's caught you is so lucky.
I know.
You're such a fun catch.
I know. How fun. Also, you're like doing games in bed. Oh, the dream.
I like that it's a mix of approval and disgust. And you're like also annoyed that she's so productive.
I know.
Yeah, impressed and annoyed.
I'm embarrassed for myself. Wow, this is so fun. I love this.
Me too.
Really happy you chatted with us.
Thank you so much.
Are you ever thinking of new games? Do you think of like full new concepts? Do you think of?
That is not really, I don't have a lot of experience doing that. Maybe like some little puzzles here and there, but no. I mean, do you have new games? Do you want to talk about new games?
I'm a person who thinks of a lot of things. None of them would really
you don't really want to hear about
practice.
His riddles.
Yeah, my riddles that Monica hates, but I stand by.
Riddles.
They're very good riddles.
Oh.
They're...
Well, one of them is...
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
You are in a 8 by 8 by 8 foot cage, and there is an adult male lion asleep in the corner, and he's going to be asleep for 30 seconds. What do you do? And this is what Monica hates is I have decided what the perfect thing to do is, and so if you don't answer that,
it's not a riddle.
It's
just like, what would you do in this scenario? And it has to be what Dax thinks you should do.
which is the correct thing. So I guess my question is, what would you do with that 30 seconds?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I would.
And you only have your body. Right? You don't have any tools or anything. In fact, you're nude, but don't worry. No one's looking. No one's looking.
You're wearing shoes.
No, you're nude.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you were wearing shoes, you could make a lace noose and strangle it somehow. But no, you're naked. It's beast on beast.
I feel like the chances of me going against a lion would go extremely poorly for me.
Yeah.
I don't think that I would have a chance. So like maybe trying to be friends with the lion would be like a better attack. So maybe like go up to the lion and like just be like extremely non-threatening, which I don't think I need that much help to. And maybe it'd be like, this would be a waste of time for the lion in the lion's mind to go after me.
You're introducing a new concept I hadn't considered, which is like maybe you could do reverse psychology, which is like put yourself in its mouth, and then it wakes up and it's like, what's in my mouth? I didn't pick this.
Oh,
right. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of what you're suggesting.
What were your answers? And were they different?
Here's the answer. The correct answer is you pluck its eyeballs out immediately, pop them out. Okay. And then you're not going to like this part. You do have to put your fingers in your butt and you have to rub it on his nose. So he wakes up and now he's so disoriented because his eyes are looking down at the ground and his sense of smell, which is very keen, is all fucked up because you've put your butt on it. And then you climb up on the cage as high as you can, so as he's walking around, he can't find you. But he's not going to be leaping at you because he can't see and he can't smell. So that is the correct answer to how to survive the 8x8x8.
Isn't that a great riddle? Isn't that like the best riddle you've ever heard?
What do you think of that game plan?
It sounds hard to execute.
Yeah, it does.
What part? The popping the eyes out?
Yeah.
I think that, starting with that is like,
I think you'd be surprised at what you'd be capable of doing if you knew you were about to get eaten in 30 seconds. I think you get your thumbs in there and pop them right out. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah.
He's already so close and like, I don't know.
What if it turns out it's really hard just to get their eyelids open? You'd be like, oh my God, I got to put this eyelid so huge.
Yeah, you haven't even done research on
What if I like David Blaine, because I got so hell-bent on this was the right answer that I set up this performative stunt to test whether this was the right answer? Forget the Humane Society would be all over me for doing this. But I don't know. I think that's the best solution we have.
Okay.
Or make friends.
Monica, what was did you have a thought?
Well, no, I thought it was a riddle. So I thought there was like, a tricky answer or like
lions don't sleep.
Right. That's what a riddle is. That is. And then it was that. So hated that. Oh, well, Wyna, this was a blast.
Yes. We're so delighted that we got to talk to you on our anniversary. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I sure hope I see you
really great to meet you
in New York and we can eat Emily Burger.
Yeah.
Oh, that would
I love that.
Okay, wonderful.
Have a great rest of your day.
Yeah.
Nice chatting.
You too. Yeah, thanks so much. It was great.
Bye.
Take care.
See you later.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
That was just a dream come true.
Better than I thought, and I thought it was going to be great.
All right, well, I have to give it up. I have to give it up to you, Dax Shepard.
Big wink from Wyna. A Wyna wink.
I can't believe she winked at
Wink
us.
for the win. It doesn't work.
We'll get there.
Ah.
That is so flattering. I can't even handle it.
The Armchairies knew it. Let's be honest. They knew it before I knew it.
Well,
They alerted me.
They're allowed to know it, but like, I also maintain that I'm glad that I didn't assume it.
Uh-huh.
I want to be a person that doesn't assume compliments.
I don't know if that's something you should be defending.
I think that's like a real through line in my life.
I was just going to say, like, it perfectly mirrors us as daters. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. That girl might say no.
Right.
Well, big deal. I'll go ask.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, they hate me.
Right.
They obviously hate me.
And I'm like, I don't know. There's not a ton of better options here.
Oh, God.
Even if I'm not like the dream option, I think I'm better than this turkey I've been talking to next to me.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that. Well, that was just so fun. What an anniversary surprise.
It's a blessing that was.
It was a blessing. It was not a curse, and it was.
And she didn't pass the riddle, which is a little bit of a shocker because she is so intelligent. So intelligent. Although she did lead me to maybe another great. I do like the putting yourself in its mouth.
That's at
two
least
things like
more of a riddle. None of it's a riddle.
Well, here's the thing. I think if I'm you guys and I have given up, like you can't do anything, then at that point I want to get eaten as fast as possible. I don't want to delay this, agony. Yes. So at that point I would just get in its mouth. Get it over with. But I'd put my neck, it would wake up with my neck between its jaws if I thought I had no chance. But there is something interesting about him going like, oh, what the fuck? Like no one wants, even if your favorite thing is, let's say it's Domino's Pizza.
Ooh.
But you're dead asleep and you wake up and there's a mouthful of Domino's
Yeah.
pizza. You're like, what the? Why is there pizza in my mouth? You immediately hate
I know,
it.
but then where do you go? You're still in there. You're still in the cage.
Yeah, but then he's like, ugh, get away from me. And then you just go sit
for
in
like
the
a
corner.
minute, and then it's like,
And then he's
oh,
like,
actually,
wait,
it's oh my god, it's Domino's
now that
pizza.
I'm awake, that tasted pretty good. Now that I'm licking my
I don't think
chops.
that's good. A real answer to the riddle is like, well, it's actually an impossibility to outwit a lion, so the answer is to die. Like, that's more of a riddle where like you're thinking and actually there's no answer.
There's a famous, and I've said this before when we've had this debate, but there is a famous story of a very old man. I want to say he was in his 70s in Africa. He was a farmer and he got attacked by a leopard, and he survived by putting his hand in its mouth and pulling
out
its
the tongue. Yeah.
And then it bled and choked to death because their tongues have those needles on them that go backwards so that they can lick the skin off things. They have like needly tongues.
Ew.
So you could get the ultimate grip of your life on its tongue. And I guess if you put your feet on its shoulder, maybe you could rip the lion's tongue out. That might be a better solution.
But if it has needly tongues, then aren't your hands just
they're going to be
fully
cut
ripped up?
when you're done, but you'll be alive. You'll heal from cut hands. You won't heal from a neck bite from a lion.
Watch me. I liked Wyna's idea, like befriended, and then it's like you're in a storybook, and it's like this lion is my friend, and he eats people, but not me because I'm his buddy.
Yeah.
I think I'll pitch that. I'll say, hey, how about we try
Let's call a truce.
a storybook
We could sit here and hurt
ending?
each other.
Yeah, we could.
Or we could be
We
friends.
could go against our nature and become friends. It's a beautiful story.
And then you hop on its back and it trots
Yeah.
around the cage.
I would like that.
It's going to get hungry, though.
We could just die together and not eat each other. That's the nice ending.
That's the Romeo and Juliet.
It is.
You would pick Romeo and Juliet.
I would.
And I'd go
always.
Gladiator.
Yeah. Well, that's the difference
Very
between you
male
and
of
I.
me. Yeah.
Speaking of, I saw an article that there's only like 5,600 tigers left, or maybe a specific type of tiger, and they're in India. They're all in India.
Do you not remember when we were in India, I looked up the list of all the known tigers in the world.
Yeah.
And yeah, India has like 80% of them.
Yeah.
There's tigers in Russia. There's tigers in lots of parts of Asia, but they're mostly hanging in India.
There are estimated 5,500 to 5,600 tigers left in the wild, with numbers slowly, increasing in some areas like India, Nepal, and Russia due to conservation efforts, but declining in parts of Southeast Asia. That's not a lot.
No, it's not. But I don't know that they were ever hugely populous.
Really?
I don't know what their original
let's
numbers were. Their height. I don't want to include saber-tooth tigers or anything. Let's see what it says.
Based on historical estimates, the highest number of tigers that existed at one time was approximately 100,000 wild tigers. That was in 1900, its peak.
What did it say?
100,000.
So, yeah, that's a terrible decline. That's a 94% drop.
Yeah.
95%. But also, there weren't a million of
Right,
them.
that's true.
Yeah.
But still, 5,000 left. That's not a lot.
And you really get into a genetic diversity issue.
Yeah. I did start.
Although they brought the buffalo back. I think the buffalo is down to thousands, and now there's millions of buffalo.
Well, yeah, it says the low point was 2010, record low of 3,200.
There we go. So they've doubled it.
Yeah, they're getting
The
there.
problem with tigers in having a ton of population is they're solitary and they have a territory. So lions are a pride. There's 15 of them in one group and they have a territory. So it's like these solitary animals they need so much space that you're never going to have tens of millions of them.
Yeah. There is a small part of me that understands like wanting one of these baby tigers as my pet.
Oh, sure, they're gorgeous.
Look how cute that is.
Oh, yeah, they're beautiful.
I don't agree with it, but I like kind of viscerally understand
The desire.
to.
What would you rather have, a baby tiger or a baby panda?
Oh, can I have
Love
both?
baby pandas.
Oh my God, they're so rolly.
Yeah. I tell this a lot whenever we talk about tigers, but I'll always think of it when I think of tigers is Mike Tyson on Howard Stern saying,
Yeah.
Howard, I was so crazy back then. I had these 2 tigers and I slept in bed with them. And sometimes, Howard, I'd wake up in the middle of the night. They were fighting each other.
I mean, I know.
Talk about waking up with a piece of pizza in your mouth. You're waking up and you're in bed with 900 pounds of tiger fighting each other. I mean, that is the apex of madness.
It is. It's madness and it's sad.
Of course.
It's really sad.
Yes.
It's like you want companionship so bad. And you want to feel loved by something dangerous.
Yeah, I think it's I'm leaning more towards the latter and oh baby panda. There's Mike with one of his tigers. Look how cute he's in cute little white shorts.
I feel that's upsetting.
You're upset by this photo. We're looking at a photo of Mike Tyson in a tiny pair of white swim trunks, and he's got a white tiger on a leash.
I don't think I feel bad. The tiger's on like, oh my God.
He's wrestling it. And, see, I think it's more personally that Mike was severely bullied as a kid, and he got beat up nonstop in his rough neighborhood. And I think he had to push through the fear of people picking on him.
Yeah.
And this thing represents the scariest thing on earth. And if he cannot be afraid of that, he'll not be afraid.
Yeah.
And he finds himself in bed with 2 fighting tigers because of that damage. Yeah.
Oh.
Howard.
Oh my God. That's so crazy.
Fackies?
Yeah. Well, one more thing for our anniversary.
Oh, okay.
We have a special treat. We're not going to eat it on air because misophonia.
Uh-huh.
But we have a special treat in the garage. We have.
Oh, it's already here?
Yeah, that's right. They're right there.
Well, no, let's definitely take a bite in public.
You want to take a bite in public?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to take a bite in public.
God.
We have a special lunch.
Oh.
Philly cheesesteaks. Thank you. Wagyu
Philly cheesesteaks from?
It's from a place called Mattu.
It's
in Beverly Hills, and it's amazing. And they only serve them like at certain times. It's a whole thing.
At the bar.
And they just opened one up in Pasadena.
No, it's incredible. I've had this one time in my life, and it was just, and I'm going to eat bread right now.
You are.
I am.
Oh, my God.
Oh, baby.
Guys, get yourself a Philly cheesesteak tonight.
Oh, my
Cheers.
God. Cheers. Oh!
Happy anniversary.
All right.
Let's do some facts. Love you.
Let's do some facts.
Okay, just a few facts for Mr. Garcia.
Yeah. Had you looked up any of his facts, it would have brought you to the Kinsey Institute.
I know. That's why. And like full studies they did.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do a study that fast.
You're not well funded enough.
I'm not.
No. You don't have access to college students.
Well,
you gotta have it.
I do, because go dogs, like I think I could.
Are you interfacing a lot
I think I could put out an
with the gang over at UGA?
I have some peeps over there still.
That's how temperamental social sciences are. Like, if you study the kids at UGA,
oh yeah,
you're going to get a specific outcome.
Yeah.
You study the kids at Michigan State versus U of M versus Stanford. Who are we kidding?
I know.
All these studies are really based on like these very unique populations of who goes to what college.
Yeah, even the fact that it's even college kids is bad.
Yes.
And then within that.
But I do trust this one more than most because it's in Indiana.
Yeah, and these aren't they went around town.
Yeah. But the initial work of the Kinsey,
Sure. Speaking of ding, 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 go dogs, Georgia, football, Super Bowl's coming up, Rams lost. First fact, Bible Belt. What is the Bible Belt specifically?
Does it list the states?
Yes, that's what I wanted to know. Sure, you can try.
Arkansas.
No.
Really?
Hold on. This is AI. Maybe I should look at. Let me look at Wikipedia. The way this chart is doing it is by proportion of evangelical Protestants per state in the American South.
Okay.
Yes, Arkansas is on here.
Arkansas, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's on here.
Missouri.
Yep.
Kentucky.
Yeah, but this chart just has all the states in the South, and then it has percentages.
Although, is Texas in that?
Yeah.
It is.
Why don't you try to do the top 10?
Okay.
Okay. Arkansas is one.
Arkansas, Oklahoma.
No.
Oh, wow. Missouri?
is 10.
Kentucky?
Yes.
Tennessee?
No.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi?
Yes.
South Carolina?
No.
No.
But close, but no.
All right, hit me with the rest.
Okay, I'll start from the top. Alabama,
Oh, fuck, God, I forget Alabama. Sure.
Arkansas, Delaware.
Oh, I reject that one. Continue.
This is
Yeah.
science.
Yeah.
Although it is weird. It
Ohio?
no.
Okay.
Nope. This is not
This is
right.
bunk.
This is not right. I
This is
don't like
bunkus.
this at all. I'm going to go back to AI. The Bible Belt is a region in the southeastern and south central United States characterized by a high concentration of evangelical Protestant churchgoers and socially conservative political views. Coined by journalist H.L. Mencken in 1925, the term generally covers states like Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, and parts of Texas.
I should have included Georgia.
Yeah, it's in there.
But I associate Georgia with black folks so much because of Atlanta.
I know, it's very
and they're very
interesting.
Baptist.
Even though I'm from the suburbs of Atlanta, I don't think of I do not think of Georgia
As Atlanta.
as Atlanta at all.
Yeah.
And it's not what I never went to Atlanta.
Yeah. And I only went to Atlanta when I went to Georgia.
On the drive, like from Callie's house to my house.
Uh-huh. Which is how many miles?
Oh, great cue.
Oh, not your strong suit.
Not my strength.
How long does it take you to drive there?
10 minutes.
Okay, and you're probably averaging 35 miles an hour. So
Exactly.
let's say it's 3 miles.
Okay. I would maybe even less.
Okay.
You pass 26 churches.
It does boggle the mind when you're in the South. I see this in Tennessee where we're at, which is like, how many people are in these churches? 5, 6? Like, it doesn't seem like the population could support this many churches. And it does make me think that many of them are empty, but they're probably not.
Full. And there'd be days like when my friends would invite me and I would go because like, you got to go.
Yeah.
And like, so I'm at my friend's church, which is like the Methodist church.
Mm-hmm.
But then like across the street is the Presbyterian church. And like we see our friends there too. Like they're just
There's a Lutheran.
There's a Catholic church, Santa Monica, shout out
for
Santa
the
Monica
Catholics.
Church. That's where Callie went.
The OCs, the
And my
original
friend
Christians.
Christina. Yeah, I had friends. It was weird because it was like, I'm the only one not at any of these.
Uh-huh.
Because even like Callie and Christina, they weren't like churchy, but they went to Santa Monica's or St. Monica's.
Detroit was not like that. To
Yeah.
be honest, like I would go to my grandparents, and we drove a while to go to the Baptist church because they were Southern Baptist.
Yeah, a lot of
But
Baptists.
in Highland, there was a Catholic church by my neighborhood, and then there was maybe 1 or 2 others, and certainly there was zero pressure to be at church. No kids in school were ever like, why don't you go to church?
Oh, really?
Now, I had friends whose parents were quite religious.
Yeah.
And those were the ones I felt judged by, that we were living in sin in this broken marriage home. And
Sure.
those kids weren't allowed to sleep do
Sure.
sleepovers at my house.
Yeah.
So they were there, but it wasn't the cultural norm.
Yeah,
It was more
that's
secular for sure. than the
No,
South.
it was like, what church do you go to?
Right.
And
Because you go.
You
Yeah,
definitely are going.
yeah.
Which one do you go to? Okay. Do chimps decide what sperm they're picking?
Not chimps, orangutans.
Okay. Well, I typed in chimps.
Oh, okay. The claim in the episode, though, what has been theorized is that these
I thought he said chimps, but maybe not.
Okay.
It does say chimpanzee females do not directly choose individual sperm, but they influence fertilization outcomes by preferring mates with different genetic backgrounds to avoid inbreeding. That just means regular.
Mate selection.
Okay, so I'm going to do orangutans.
Because they have a lot of non-consensual sex.
Okay, this says
They gave it a scientific name, but it's right.
Yeah, exactly. Female orangutans do not. Is it rape if it's like.
If the male grabs and forces the female to stay still while it.
Now, yeah, in humans,
Yeah.
it is rape.
Yeah.
In a species where that is how procreation happens, is it?
I just think The minimal definition of rape would be that the female's trying to get away from the male and doesn't want to have sex with the male, and the male forces her to have sex.
Yeah.
We must agree upon that definition. Yeah. So by that, you don't see that really in chimps much. You see it in orangutans, and they have the unique ability. They can clasp, because their feet clasp. They can clasp every part of the female, right? They can get their feet around its ankles so that it can't run.
Ugh.
Like a male, a human could still run or whatever.
Right.
You understand? It's like they're uniquely set up.
The women, the female don't want to.
No.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Do they want to with some?
Yeah, they have consensual sex.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, and then they try to not have sex, and then the male has sex with them anyways. And yet, what the primatologists have observed is that their offspring is more often than not from the chosen mate.
Yeah.
Not the one that raped them. So how are they doing that?
Right. Okay. So this AI, want to be
Take
clear.
with a grain of AI salt.
Yes. Female orangutans do not consciously choose specific sperm cells, but they exert significant control over paternity by selecting mates based on ovulatory timing and reducing the risk of infanticide. Near ovulation, females prefer mating with dominant flanged males, while engaging in more forced or unflanged matings during less fertile periods. Interesting. Okay.
You gotta have those flanges.
Oh, it's called flanged?
Yeah, flanges.
I said flanged.
All of the orangutan stuff, and as you know why I say orangutans, all of it was done by Germans. So all these words.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Orangutan.
Flanges, which are distinct facial features.
They're the big plates that come off the sides of the big males.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're crazy looking. Wow. Do you ever see that doc where Julia Roberts did on orangutans and one of the males grabbed her?
Yeah.
And they all freaked out.
Yeah. That's
it was very scary.
Very scary.
Because they're like 350 pounds and they can like reach up and pull themselves up. I mean, they're so strong. It's crazy. He looks grumpy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
No,
What's this part?
I was just going to say, what's with the I can't remember the name of the gobbler.
But
they have a big old lower flange too. It's a big pancake.
Do they all? Can you look up another one, Rob, and see if they all do, or if that was just, this guy?
He's really well flanged. They grow as they get older.
Are they hair? Is that part have hair on it?
I do wonder because, silverbacks, the males don't all develop the silverback. They only develop the silverback if they have taken control of the troop. And once they are the alpha male, then the silverback comes. And each troop only has, this guy's got a fucking 50-gallon trash can hanging off his bottom.
Oh.
Well, he looks more fun. He's confused.
They do all have
I think the bigger the flange, the more they have that.
Dominant they are. Yeah.
It looks like a huge tongue coming out of their neck.
Or just like if a human lived to be 900, what their neck would look like. I don't want that gobbler. It's coming.
I'm scared. I know.
I don't want it. I just keep working out my neck and trapezius. Hopefully I'll just keep making my neck wider. Hopefully it'll offset that.
Okay. I don't.
Oh my God. We go back to that one. Did you see this one, Monica? Holy fuck.
That guy looks wily.
He's like drowning in his flanges.
Oh God.
It looks like a big testicle sack is what it looks like.
I don't like the way that looks. One of the questions here is, how big is an orangutan pee-pee?
Okay.
Relatively small, around 3.3 inches long. It says, and has a visible glans.
Glans is the head of a penis.
Unlike the longer tapered glandsless penis of chimpanzees.
Yeah.
With size varying between primate species and often linked to mating competition dynamics, with orangutans generally having smaller penises than chimps, but larger ones than gorillas. So how big are gorilla pee-pees? I'm going to look it up.
Well, gorillas have tiny pee-pees and more importantly, tiny testicles because they're not competing with other males. Whereas chimps are competing with a ton of other males, so they have humongous testicles. Hey, look at this little guy. He's got a little tiny dinger. Look how tiny his balls are, too.
This is 3 centimeters.
You zoomed in on his big barrel belly. Yeah, look at that.
Ew, I don't.
But you can
actually
see
want
the
to.
glands, or the meatus is also the name of that. The head.
Ew, what the fuck is that? I don't like that. You think that's all?
What?
You said that like all like it's cute.
Me? That was a cute little penis.
No, I hated that.
It looked like a mushroom.
I know.
Yeah.
Ew,
That was on a gibbon, though.
Oh.
I think. What does it say? What's that animal?
It doesn't.
I did not like that.
They are monogamous.
Oh, so they
They can have those
date me.
goofy looking penises, and there's no competition.
Okay. Now, another fact I did look up was how big are the chimp testicles? They often weigh 150 to 170 grams, but I'm not good at that.
What's a human's weigh?
It says 3 times larger than human testicles.
Yeah, I'm so envious of their testicles.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. It looks
Well,
great. I'd love to have a
really?
300-gram set of testicles.
Why?
I don't know why. I just would. Rob, would you like that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds.
It would make my bicycling hobby a little more challenging, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, that's it.
Oh, wonderful. I think a lot of primatologists are yelling at their radios right now, but I bet we
really?
got some of it right.
Feel free to write in. This is what the internet's saying.
Yeah.
So, and as I said, I didn't do any studies. So like, I don't, this is all I got, the world in front of me at
I'll
my
take it.
fingertips. Okie doke.
All right. Love you.